The new refresh for the Amex Platinum card is officially live, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the 22 steps that you need to take in order to absolutely maximize this card. We're going to be going over the new benefits first, all the tips and tricks, the little hacks that you can do to maximize those credits, and we're also going to be going over the old ones. It's going to be a long video, so let's get into it. Step 1, maximize the sign-up bonus. Now the max sign-up bonus offer is going to be 175,000 points after spending $8,000 in your first 6 months of having the card. The original offer you can find is anywhere from 80,000 to 125,000, but never settle for anything less than 175,000. Always try to find that link. You can open up a private browser, use a VPN, or look for a referral link that will get you those 175,000 points. Now, assuming that we did get those 175,000 points, how do we absolutely maximize those points? Well, the answer is to book business class flights. Now, since everyone and their mom wants to go to Japan right now, let's use Japan as an example. The most reliable way to book business class flights to Japan is going to be with Cathay Pacific, because Cathay Pacific every single day releases 2 business class flights and sometimes 1 or 2 first class flights as well. Now, these flights are extremely popular, so what you have to do is you have to kind of plan a year in ahead, or just kind of get lucky with the dates that you want, just search around, and you have to wake up at like 6 a.m. too, because they sell out fast. Now, if you can manage to find one of these flights, which is pretty easy to do actually, you can actually find a business class flight from LAX to Tokyo for 86,800 Asian miles or 86,800 Amex points after you transfer to Cathay Pacific. And you can also find Osaka to LAX for the same 86,800 points. That makes for a round trip back from LA to Japan and Japan back would be 173,600 Amex points, or literally the value of 1 sign-up bonus. So basically, by hitting this 1 sign-up bonus, you can get a free business class flight round trip from LA to Tokyo and Tokyo to back. And this flight right there in cash would cost $6,479 in value. That's pretty amazing stuff. So right off the bat, if you can manage to find a business class flight, you can get up to $6,500 just from the sign-up bonus. And that's going to take care of the annual fee for many, many years, assuming we don't even use any of these credits. Now, these business class flights are kind of hard to find. So if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how I find these business class flights, make sure to watch this video right here. I'll also leave my referral link for that 175,000 points if you want to sign up for the card and get the max value, the max sign-up bonus. This is actually going to be my friend's referral link, so if you do use it, we will be ultimately grateful. Step 2, the $600 hotel credit. Amex has now bumped up that $200 hotel credit to $600, and of course, because it's Amex, it's split biannually. January to June, you get $300, and from July to December, you get another $300. Now, you have to book the Final Hotels and Resorts collection or the hotel collection, and it has to be through the Amex portal, and it has to be a prepaid booking in order for that $300 to trigger. Now, what's cool about this is that you don't actually have to book 2 separate stays, just a one night like that. You can actually just kind of combine the two, and here's how. From January to June, you book a room, let's say in July, a weekend in July. Then right when July happens, you just book a room right after that room, so then you can have 2 consecutive nights. Just make sure don't combine them, because they're going to be most likely 2 Final Hotels and Resorts programs. That way you can get $200 food credits rather than just mixing them together and only getting 1 hotel credit. For example, let's say in June, you book this room in Vegas at the Fontainebleau for exactly $300. And let's say you book that room for a weekend in August. Then when July hits, you just book a room the day after that room. Let's say it was like, I don't know, August 1st or something. I don't know if that's a Saturday. But then on July, you're going to book another room for August 2nd. And that way you can get $300 credits right off the bat. And you can use that $600 stay for 1 vacation. Now, the hassle with this is that you have to check out, recheck in to your next reservation. But the reason why you want to do that is because if you book through the Final Hotels and Resorts program, you would get $150 food credits, $100 to $150 food credits per night. But if you combine them, you would only get $100 food credit. So you're kind of leaving some credits on the table if you do combine them. And since this booking is booked through the Final Hotels and Resorts collection, what's even cooler is that you can get free breakfast up to $66 for 2 people every morning. And on top of that, you get the food credit. And on top of that, you could possibly get a suite upgrade and 4 p.m. late checkout. So if you could manage to get all those benefits, use the breakfast, use the food credit twice, get the room upgrade, and leave at 4 p.m., I think literally this credit alone can beat the annual fee because you'd get probably like $300 in food and $600 in hotel credits. I think literally with this credit alone, you can beat the annual fee. So we're off to a really good start. Amex went above and beyond for this new refresh in my opinion. Step 3, the $400 Resi credit. Now you also now get $400 in statement credits every time you dine out at a Resi restaurant. You just swipe your card at a Resi restaurant and you get $100 quarterly that's going to be given back to you in statement credits. Now, just in case you want to know when each quarter starts for Amex, I'll put it right here on this video. So make sure you use it within those time frames if you want to make sure you maximize those $400. I think Amex is really banking on you not using them. So make sure that you use all of them. They're pretty easy to use. You can even order them for takeout. You don't have to actually dine in. As long as you swipe your card at a Resi restaurant, the credit will trigger. So October 1st is going to be the start of Q4. So now we have around 7 days to make sure we use our Q3 benefit. So for 2025, make sure that you get your $200 Resi credit in. Now, if you have the gold card or if your partner has another platinum card, what's really cool is let's say you go to a Resi restaurant, you can actually split the bill between two cards, charge $100 to this card and $50 for the gold card. Then you can get a $150 meal and kind of combine those two, especially with the gold card because a $50 meal is kind of hard to find, right? So $50 can top off the $100 to make a reasonable meal here in LA or like a major city like New York or something. It's going to be really hard to find a meal that's just either $100 or $50, but $150 for two people, you can actually get a lot of good food there. Now, no reservation is needed for these Resi restaurants. Literally just see if it's associated with Resi or if you can find it on Resi and just pay with your platinum card and the credit will trigger. Now, enrollment is required, so go to your membership tab, find the $400 Resi credit, and just click on that enroll button. And you have to do that before you dine out or else that credit won't trigger as well. Step 4, the $300 Lululemon credit. So for the $300 Lululemon credit, we're going to be getting them quarterly in $75 increments. Simply just buy something from the Lululemon store in person or the Lululemon website, and those $75 will trigger into your account. Now, what's crazy is that there are already data points on Reddit and Doctor of Credit about people using this on gift cards being successful. The credit clearly states that you can't use this on gift cards, but if you bought this in person, just like the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, if you buy a gift card in person, Amex can't really distinguish what you bought at the store. It's just going to be coded as Lululemon, and you can get exactly $75 in gift cards this way. And here's the thing about these gift cards, you can actually load them and you can combine gift cards. So that means that just like the Dunkin' credit for the gold card, you can actually stack your gift cards every month. And the only hassle is that you have to do this in person and just kind of like add them together. But hey, that means that you can just buy more things other than just like some shorts. You can buy like leggings, you could buy jackets, you could buy dresses. And I think this is how you make it really powerful. Now, if you don't want to take the risk, because there is still some risk involved with this gift card method, you can just simply buy something online for less than $75. But if you're going to do that, go through a shopping portal like Capital One Shopping or through Rakuten. So Capital One Shopping now is, for example, is giving 20% off Lululemon right now. So if you bought something for $100, you would get $20 back. Now, usually I would be recommending Rakuten because they have some nice sign-up bonuses, but recently Rakuten and I have been at a dispute. They are refusing to pay out my points, which I have fairly earned, and we've been back and forth emailing like 30, 40 emails at this point, and it's been just kind of like a hamster wheel, like saying, hey, we're going to pay you, payment never comes, where's my payment, things like that. So I can't recommend a cashback portal that won't give you cash back. So until that's resolved, I cannot recommend Rakuten to you guys anymore. Now, you can also get 15% off your first order if you sign up for a Lululemon account. So this way you can kind of stack the 15% discount with Capital One Shopping and just get like a doubled rebate on that $75 purchase. Now, if you actually have two platinum cards like I do, you can actually go to the store and you can actually ask them like, hey, can I put 75 on this card and 75 on that card? And I asked the cashier this weekend and he was like, yeah, that's totally fine. You could do any amount that you want per card. So yeah, that's a great way to get $150. And that's exactly what I did for my wife to get this dress right here that costs $153. So basically I'm paying $3 for this dress. Step 5, the $200 Oura ring credit. Now this is pretty cool. I'm really excited about this one. You get $200 off just by buying a ring off of auraring.com. This only works for rings. It doesn't work for the membership, unfortunately, but hey, it's still a free ring, and you can still find the Gen 3 model for $200 on the website. I think the other one is going to be like closer to $400. So if you don't mind just wearing the old thing, then you can just get the Gen 3 model. Now, if you look on their website, it's actually kind of hard to find the Gen 3 model. There's no button that you can click to find it. So what you need to do is you need to go to Google, type in Oura Ring Gen 3 model, and then you can find the page on their actual official website, and you can buy it for $199 exactly on their website. But I just try to buy one. Like I bought two already because I have 2 platinum cards. But it's hard to find them now. It's like they're all kind of sold out now. So you better act fast if you want that $199 one. So when you buy the Gen 3 Oura Ring, it's going to cost you $199 exactly, but taxes and fees, I think, equate to $23. So basically, you're just paying $23 for a Oura Ring. And what sucks is that if you want to see your stats and like all the things that it offers, you have to pay $5.99 a month. This is kind of like I know they did this on purpose so that, you know, you have to pay the Oura Ring membership. But hey, I think it's worth it if you care about it. But if you don't really care, just get the Oura Ring and use it for a month just to see your stats, and you don't have to use it again. And if you want to really maximize this credit, yes, this is on Capital One Shopping as well for a certain percentage back. So you can use that $200 that you're going to get reimbursed, by the way, and get a certain percentage back in gift cards that you can use for other things. So yeah, Capital One Shopping is like my new favorite extension, not just because Rakuten kind of screwed me over, but because it's actually really good. They have higher things than Rakuten does. So they're offering a $40 referral bonus. If you use my referral link, you get $40 in gift cards. So yeah, I'll put that link in the description of this video. Step number 6, the $300 digital entertainment credit. So instead of $20 a month, we now get $25 in a month for streaming services. And the great part is YouTube Premium and YouTube TV is now officially in these credits. Also, what's great about YouTube Premium is that the family plan only costs $23 a month. So you can gift this to 4 other people just by getting this family plan, and it's completely covered by the $25. For me personally, YouTube Premium is all I need. Like literally, I can just spend my nights just watching YouTube. It has everything I need. They got the Outdoor Boys, they got ESPN, they got fights, they got literally everything, and just no ads on YouTube is pretty broken. And the fact that I can now share that with 4 other people it's truly a blessing. I'm so happy with this new $300 credit. Now, if you want YouTube TV, that literally has every channel that you could possibly think of, that's going to actually cost you $82.99 a month. But if you take off $25 from that, that would just be $58 a month. But it's still kind of pricey. But if you just kind of want one streaming service that encompasses everything that you need, then YouTube TV is going to be the right answer for you. Plus, Disney and Hulu keep raising their prices every month. So now that you have to actually just pay out of pocket to get that Disney credit, even with the $25, by the way. So, and it's kind of perfect with the timing right now, and you know, with all the controversy with Disney and Hulu right now. I personally never really even use Disney right now, so I'm happy to cancel it and switch over to YouTube TV or YouTube Premium for free. Step number 7, the $120 Uber One membership. Now we finally get some status with delivery apps with the Platinum card, which is it just gets better and better. The reason this is nice is because it pairs nicely with that $200 Uber credit that we had from the old version of this card. So we get $15 per month and we get $35 in December. But the problem is delivery alone costs anywhere from $3 to $6. The fees cost $2. That's already $8 right away. That's taken away from your credit. So you have $7 to actually spend at a restaurant if you do delivery. But now with Uber One, you can actually deliver food instead of having to pick it up, because before you would have to order pickup, because that's the only way you can get an actual meal for $15. Even then you would still have to pay a little extra, but now you can literally just get it delivered because delivery is now free. Now with Uber One, you get free delivery. You can earn 6% back on Uber rides and up to 10% off certain food orders. And the thing I love about Uber One is that you can just click on Uber One on your app and it gives you all the deals. That's going to be really great for saving money, just getting the max value out of your Uber One credit. Step number 8, the $200 Uber credit. Now we're getting into our older benefits. This benefit hasn't changed at all. You get $15 in Uber Cash from January to November, and in December you get $35 in Uber Cash. And like I said before, now you can pair this with Uber One and actually get some delivery orders. Now it's pretty simple. All you have to do is add your Platinum card to your Uber account, and immediately on the first of every month, that $15 will credit into your account. So now with this $15 credit, we can pair that with Uber One, where you can find these amazing deals like buy one, get one free, or spend $20 and get a free item from the restaurant. For example, let's go to my favorite restaurant on Uber, which is going to be Wingstop. You can get 20 free wings after you spend $20 on Wingstop. So basically, after all the taxes and fees, you can get 40 wings for $30, which is pretty good. Minus that $15 credit, that would be $15 for 40 wings. That's going to be enough food for like 3 people right there. So yeah, pairing this $200 credit with the Uber One credit is going to be amazing. It's going to be way more convenient for us, and it's going to be way more likely for us to use that $200 credit now. Basically, it adds value, and that's what I love about this refresh. Step 9, the $200 airline fee credit. Now this benefit hasn't changed as well. You get $200 in statement credits for any airline fees that you can't really use for actual tickets, only things like incidentals, things like seat upgrades, like lounge access, anything but flights. But another loophole is that yes, you can actually use this on flights. Simply either choose United or Delta, and there's 2 different methods that you have to do in order to actually book flights with these. For United, just enroll in the benefit and toggle United as the airline of your choice. Then simply just buy United Bank Cash in $100 increments, and you can basically save up that United Bank Cash that you can use on flights in the future. For Delta, the same thing, just toggle on Delta as your airline, enroll in the benefit, and basically with this one, it's a little bit simpler. Just simply buy a flight that's less than $200 and it will be credited to you. Now this way is a little bit riskier. Actually, it didn't work for me this year. I simply had to actually chat with the Amex chat feature and say like, hey, this Delta credit is not reimbursed. Can you reimburse it for me? And lo and behold, the app actually did do it, even though I just bought a flight with it. But if you don't really want to take the risk with Delta, the cool thing about Delta too is that it costs $50 for a guest for the Delta Sky Lounges. So if you're flying Delta and you want to bring your guests for free, you can actually use this for the airline fee credit. So basically, because it's $50 per person per guest you bring, you can get 4 guest passes every year with this $200 airline credit. Now, if it's your first year of having this card, you can actually double dip this credit within a 1 annual fee, because this is given to you every calendar year, not your year of having the card. So for example, let's say you had it now. You got the card literally yesterday, and you can use that $200 credit from September to the end of this year. And then you'd get another $200 from January to your next annual fee date. So basically in 1 annual fee, you got $400 in airline fee credits. So for all of you people that got the Amex Platinum card today, you can double dip it on your first year, and make sure you do. So make sure you use it once before the year ends and once again next year. Step 10, the Walmart Plus credit. Now, every month, the Platinum card will reimburse you for the Walmart Plus membership that costs $12.95, and Walmart Plus is pretty amazing. Do not sleep on this benefit. Now, first of all, with Walmart Plus, right off the bat, you get a free streaming service. You get Paramount Plus. Now, you get free grocery delivery if you live near a Walmart grocery store. You get free tire repairs if you got your tires changed at Walmart, which I'm going to be doing, by the way. You get free online pet care, a Whopper with any purchase within 3 months, and discounted gas prices at Walmart Gas. Walmart Gas has some of the cheapest gas in all the land. I literally love Walmart Plus. It's a very, very helpful benefit. Step 11, the $100 Saks Fifth Avenue credit. Now, the $100 Saks Fifth Avenue has not changed at all. You get $50 from January to June and another $50 from July to December. And just like the Lululemon credit, if you want to stack this up and just build your balance over time, just buy a gift card at the actual Saks Fifth Avenue store. Don't get it online because it won't trigger the credit. It goes through some third-party website. But if you just go in person, buy a $50 gift card, let's say you did this for like 2 years, you would have $200 in Saks Fifth Avenue gift cards, which you can then combine and you could buy something big with that $200. Or if you don't want to go in and you just kind of want to buy something random, something I recommend is going through the home section, and you can find things like cups or bowls or spoons, things like that. For example, I just got this ravioli roller thing because I do like making pasta at home, and yeah, this is going to be a really cool thing that I can have. Step number 12, activate your Hilton and Marriott Gold status. Now, just like before, the Platinum card comes with complimentary Hilton and Marriott Gold status. Now, let's just be honest here, Marriott Gold pretty much sucks. You don't really get anything out of it. So I'm not going to be even talking about that because you don't really get any benefits out of it, to be honest. But Hilton Gold is amazing. You get free complimentary breakfast for some locations. If not, you get free food credits every stay. You get a drink voucher. You can get room upgrades, not suite upgrades, but a preferred room upgrade. You can get late checkout. And one of the coolest benefits with Gold status is that you can get the 5th night free whenever you book with points. Hilton recently devalued their points, but somewhat with that 5th night free, if you book a long vacation, you can actually still get some pretty good value from your Hilton points. Now, to activate this credit, just go to your membership tab, find the Hilton Gold status. If you don't have a Hilton account, just make one. Then you have to link that account number to the status and just press enroll, and you will get this email. And once you check your app again, it will say Gold status. I've had Hilton Gold for many years. Now it's Hilton Diamond because I have the Aspire card, but Hilton Gold still got me like drink credits, room upgrades, things like that. I get to skip the line at check-in, which is really helpful, especially like in Vegas when it's really busy. So Hilton Gold status is pretty amazing, and it's pretty cool that it just comes free with the card. Step number 13, Amex lounges. Now, the Platinum card comes with access to the Centurion lounges, but you can no longer bring in a free guest. That is, unless you spend $75,000 in a calendar year or get an authorized user card, which would cost you $195. But here's the thing, Amex always has a additional card user sign-up bonus. For example, anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000 points. This has been really apparent in the past 2 years. They are willing to give you a little rebate on that $195 that you spend by giving you 20,000 points after spending $2,000 on that additional card. This way you can somewhat offset that $195 annual fee for the authorized user because you get 20,000 points. So they kind of off balance each other. Now, the Platinum card also gets you lounge access to the Delta Sky Clubs, the Lufthansa lounges, the Escape lounges, and Plaza Premium lounges. If you have an authorized user card as well, they can all join you within these 4 lounges as well. Step 14, Priority Pass lounges. Now, the Platinum card also comes with Priority Pass lounges just in case your airport doesn't have a Centurion lounge. Now, Priority Pass lounges are somewhat on the lower tier of lounges. They're not that great, but you know what? It sure as hell beats sitting on an airport chair, getting a $20 sandwich that doesn't even taste good. So I will take a Priority Pass lounge over airport food any day. Plus, with Priority Pass, you get a complimentary visit, just one per year, to the Sapphire lounges. So even with the Platinum card, you can go to the Chase Sapphire lounges, which is a really great benefit. That just kind of proves that the Platinum card is somewhat better than the Sapphire card because you can't enter the Centurion lounges with the Sapphire card. So that's just my opinion. Don't attack me for that. Now, Priority Pass lounges in Asia are amazing. They literally have things like massage chairs, a chef on site, a suite where you could sleep and shower in. That's with Priority Pass too. We were in Singapore, my wife and I, and these lounges were insane. I think they're literally better than the Centurion lounges or Sapphire lounges here in the States. Step 15, activate your $209 Clear Plus credit. Now, Amex comes with something called Clear. Basically, you get to skip the lines at the airport. Either you could skip the TSA line or you can skip the TSA Precheck line if you have TSA Precheck. Now, this is great if you have a really busy airport. It sucks to wait in like an hour-long line, but if you have TSA Precheck, most of the time, you don't even have to use this credit because TSA Precheck is so fast. But on those rare occasions that TSA Precheck is backed up, man, Clear does come in handy. This is something that definitely helped me when I was in a hurry. I almost missed my flight in LaGuardia in New York, and I used Clear. If I didn't use Clear, I believe I wouldn't have made my flight. So that benefit really helped me out that one time. Simply go to your membership tab, find the Clear membership tab, and it'll just kind of guide you through the process of how to do it. Basically, you just make an account, you just pay for it with your Platinum card, and you'll see $209 reimbursed to your card. Step 16, the global entry and TSA Precheck credit. Now, on top of Clear, you can get TSA Precheck and global entry, which is just makes your process even faster at the airport. Now, you want to make sure you get global entry, not TSA Precheck, because global entry actually comes with TSA Precheck, whereas if you got just TSA Precheck, that doesn't come with global entry. Now, global entry is a must for my wife and I. It literally speeds up the process like crazy, especially after a flight. You just want to get home. You can just get out really easily. Now, it is a process to get global entry. So basically, you go to the credit on your membership tab. It'll guide you through the process of making an account. And you have to do something called you got to get conditionally approved. And once you get conditionally approved, you have to set up an interview. And when they interview, they have to officially approve you for global entry. But it's impossible to get that interview because everyone wants to interview. So the only way to get that interview successfully is when you come back from international travel. There's a global entry booth. You just walk over there, get interviewed, and then you can get global entry finally. I know it's a big process, but trust me, it is going to be worth it. After you get approved, you now have global entry for 4 years. So basically on your first international trip, you have to bear with it and not have global entry. But for your next international trip, after you've done that interview coming back, then you can get the global entry credit for the next 4 years. Step 17, the $300 Equinox credit. Now, I gotta say that this is the only probably useless credit that I think that most people will not get the benefit out of, because the thing about Equinox is that you have to buy up a year up front. You can't just go monthly. So I know what you're thinking. $300 is great for just 1 month. I could just try it out. That is not the case. You have to commit for 12 months, which is going to be like $3,600. And so really you just get 1 month free. Yes, but you have to pay for the rest of the 11 months. For me, 24 Crunch, LA Fitness are just fine. Those are some great gyms. The Equinox is definitely not worth $300 a month. Now, if you're going to Equinox already and you're an Equinox fan, this credit is amazing for you. I just think that majority of people will not be using this credit. Step 18, car rental status. Now, the Platinum card gives you a choice between Avis, Hertz, and National, where you get the highest status for any one of these. With these statuses, you basically get complimentary car upgrades, you skip the lines when you check in for the card, and you can get free additional drivers for your car. Now, the thing about these 3 car rental services specifically is that they're most likely for the luxurious types of cars. So if you're looking for budget cars, these are not going to be the option for you. These are some pretty expensive cars. For me personally, I don't really use this benefit because, I just do like budget car rental where my car is like $20 a day. I'm not trying to spend like $120 a day for like a Benz or something. I couldn't care less, especially if I'm in a new place. I just want something that can take me from point A to point B. Now, if you are someone that likes luxurious cars when you rent it out, this is going to be awesome for you because you get those free upgrades, you get added free driver. It will be beneficial if you're willing to spend more money. Step 19, use your card protections. Now, the Platinum comes with a bunch of retail and travel protections. Here is a list of all of them. My favorites are going to be trip delay reimbursement and purchase protection. When an airline like Spirit, because Spirit always cancels on me last minute, cancels on you, then you can actually apply for trip delay reimbursement, where basically they reimburse you not just for the flight that they canceled, they also reimburse you for all the hassle that they created for you for things like food, for your next ticket, things like that. And I believe it's up to $500 per delay, but this is huge when you book things like with an unreliable airline. Now, what's cool about Amex too is that it's really easy to file a claim on the app. Literally, you go to any protection that you can find in the membership tab, and you can file a claim literally on the app. There's a button that actually just takes you to the website where you can file the claim. And then that's where you could put all your receipts in, all the evidence that you have about your case. And basically, most likely you'll get reimbursed. And what's cool about Amex too is that their purchase protection is really lenient. So if you lost something, if something got stolen, if you accidentally broke it, that also qualifies for purchase protection and you will get reimbursed for that broken item as long as it's within 90 days of purchase. It also comes with things like cell phone protection, trip cancellation insurance, extended warranty. There is a lot of protection on this card and they're going to be very useful for your lifestyle. Step 20, utilize Amex offers. Amex offers is that little offers tab that you can find on your app that gives you little extra points, cash back, things like that on purchases that you make with certain companies. For example, you can get 2 additional points every dollar spent at Yard House, who have the absolute best chicken nachos. If you know, you know. These are some of the best nachos in all of the land. Or you can get $100 back after you spend $500 on Fontainebleau stays. This is also going to be a great benefit. Oh, and also, if you go to your Amex offers, this is where you're going to find no lifetime language offers. Remember before where I said I have 2 Platinum cards and 2 business Platinum cards? Well, the reason I can have 2 of those cards is because of these no lifetime language offers. Basically, these no lifetime language offers means that you can hit the sign-up bonus for each card more than once. So if you happen to see this sign where it says, here's your offer, here's the points that you get from this sign-up bonus, and you check the terms and conditions and it has no bold letters where it says you can only get this welcome offer once, hop on that immediately because that is just free points that you can have right there. Literally this year, I got 2 business platinum cards, 250,000 points each. That gave me 500,000 Amex points this year, which was insane. Yes, I had to spend $40,000, but I have methods on doing that because I'm basically a credit card churner and I have ways to hit my spend basically. Step 21, Leaders Club Sterling status. Now I totally forgot to add this to the beginning of this video because I just straight up forgot about this credit, to be honest. But yeah, I did some research on this and it's actually pretty cool. With Sterling status, you get 5 pre-arrival room upgrades, you get free continental breakfast and early check-in and late checkout and free Wi-Fi in your stay. I think this is cool because before your arrival date, you can see which upgrade you get and it's pretty much guaranteed. So that's a really cool benefit. So if you're someone that likes to pay in cash for hotel stays, this is actually a really viable option and you get free continental breakfast. Think about Leaders Club hotels that are very high end. So a continental breakfast there is going to most likely be very fancy as well. Now, the problem with this hotel program that I see is that there aren't that many options that you go to. For example, in all of Seoul in Korea, I only found 2 hotels, like literally in all of South Korea. So that's a pretty limited listing of hotels that are on their program. Now, something I do like about this program is that there's low tier, there's mid tier, and there's high tier bookings that you can get. And because you can get free upgrades before you even go in and get complimentary breakfast, it's actually a pretty viable option to book if you like to pay in cash for hotels. My goal is to try to actually use this once before the year ends so that I can make a video on it and share with you guys my updated experience with Leaders Club. Step 22, Platinum Resi Nights. Now, something I also totally forgot about was the Platinum Nights benefit. Basically, you get special access to hard to get reservations for certain restaurants. Now, I tried using this benefit last weekend, but I went on it, and the closest date that you could find, the next reservation date, is October 25th. That's like more than a month from now. So, and it's only for 3 restaurants that are here in LA. So yeah, I'm a little confused on this benefit. I don't know what it could possibly get you, especially just booking that far out. And what's cool about those restaurants is I just found reservations for that like literally any date. So it's not like these are super exclusive bookings. So far, this Platinum Nights by Resi has been kind of a letdown. Now, the thing that interests me about this is that possibly there might be like some freebies that you can get. For example, with Capital One Dining, they give you like free appetizers. If you could book an exclusive booking, you get free appetizers, free desserts, free drinks. So if this is anything like that, then this benefit is going to be broken, but I don't see anywhere on the website that says that you get any freebies. It's more so you can get exclusive bookings. So I'll be trying out the Platinum Nights by Resi shortly soon after making this video and just checking with you guys if I got any freebies like free appetizers, free drinks. If not, I will definitely tell you guys that this is basically a useless credit. So that is it. 22 steps to absolutely milk every single benefit out of this card. Man, Platinum card videos always take me like forever to make. My biggest draws here are going to be that $600 hotel credit and that $400 Resi credit, because literally those 2 credits alone beat the annual fee and they're pretty easy to use. I think this refresh is absolutely amazing. I think it's always funny that they always have to one-up Chase whenever they have a refresh, but man, this card like literally just destroyed the Sapphire Reserve card. I think this card is way more worth it. These credits are pretty cool. They really studied their audience, I feel like, and they really made it a card that's worth getting. Now, I know a lot of you probably think it's more of like a coupon book, so let me know in the comments down below whether or not you like it and some arguments that you have against all these credits and whether you think they're useless or not. I'll be making sure to put my referral link down in the top comment of this video. It's going to be for 175,000 points. I just checked, so it does work. This is my friend's referral link once again, so if you guys were to use it, thank you guys so much. So that is it for this video. Please let me know if you agree with me that this is a great refresh, and let me know if I missed anything. I hope you guys learned a lot in this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Woo!